She said to me, Mr. Shaw, you're a miracle walking. Because the percentage of heroin we found in your body is enough to kill 3 grown men.
Okay, so I am here with Victor Shaw, and absolutely incredible. Just from the first few minutes that I met you, I heard, just a little bit of your story, and you told me that you were addicted to heroin for
more than 15 years, and 3 December this year, I'm 4 years clean of heroin.
Wow. So more than 15 years addicted to heroin, and the 3rd of December this year is 4 years.
4 years clean.
Why? Why did you decide to get clean? I mean, there's someone else who...
No one motivated me. It was my own decision to come clean. Of the life I used to live in the past, gave my life to the Lord. Well, sorry, I have to say, I lost my leg in the process. But like they say, it's better to go to heaven with 1 leg than go to hell with 2 legs and burn for eternity. And I am very blessed, and I thank the Lord every single day that I've given my heart to Him, and He has proved to me 3 times in my life that there is a living God.
Wow. You say 3 times. Other than you coming clean, can you tell me another time that you have seen?
The first time is when my accident happened. I should have been dead in this accident, and I just broke my 2 legs.
Wow.
There already, the professor said to me, Mr. Shaw, you are miracle walking.
Wow.
I don't know what God you praying to, but this God has got a purpose with your life. Then when I got admitted into the hospital, I told them I'm a heroin addict. So they had to draw my blood to see on how much percentage of heroin is in my blood, so they can know how much morphine to put me on, methadone. That's a substance that takes your withdrawals and make you clean of heroin. And when they drew my blood, she came back to me. She said to me, Mr. Shaw, you're a miracle walking. Because the percentage of heroin we found in your body is enough to kill 3 grown men. And you were a homeless man. Where were you making the money? Where were you supporting your drug addict? Because the amount of heroin in your blood, oh my boy, I don't know what God you praying to, but you just made me to give my heart to the Lord. You proved to me there's a living God in the sky.
Wow. That's absolutely incredible, and it's amazing to me that after 15 years you say it was a decision, where you gave your life to the Lord, and ever since you have been clean. And I want to ask you then, what would you say? There's someone else who's listening. There's someone else who's saying, I've been fighting this drug addiction, and for them, they can't seem to see a way out.
It's my own decision. I put my life to it. I was a terrible drug addict. You wouldn't have known me 15 years ago. When my mother saw me for the first time in 5 years, she said to me, Victor, you resemble my son. But the words that are coming out of your mouth is like speaking to a stranger. My sister saw me on my mother's birthday on the 10th of November, the first time in 5 years. She looked at me, she said to me, Victor, I've never seen you so good in all your life. You're looking wonderful, Victor.
Wow.
You won't know our pride, and I'm giving the glory every single day to the Lord that I'm still alive.
Wow. Mr. Shaw, I must say you are an incredible inspiration. To me, just standing here and listening to you, it just reminds me once again that there is a God, that God is good, that anything is possible, really. Anything is possible. And I must say, everyone needs this reminder.
I looked at the professor that was over me in Kalafong Hospital. I took methadone for 3 days. I took the methadone, I opened it, and I looked at her in the eyes, and I threw her down the wash basin, and I said to her, I'm finished. 3 December on Friday, I'll be 4 years clean.
4 years. 4 years, sir. That's absolutely incredible. That is At what age did you get into drugs?
My friend, I started at a very young age. Dagga is the gateway to all drugs. From Dagga, it went to main drugs. Man, all the drugs that you can think of. I was on it, and I done it. I even mixed my heroin with crystal meth. I mixed my heroin with cocaine. I even took sleeping pills. I even drank cough mixture. I even drank medication. I done everything just to get on a high.
So, you said something that's very important. You talked about how Dagga is the gateway. And I try to say to people all the time that It always starts with that. It starts with one
reason why
pull.
I say Dacha is the gateway.
Mm.
You're going to start smoking cigarettes, then you're going to try and experiment, you want something stronger. Then you go to Dacha. You start smoking it, you start abusing it. Smoke, like for instance, smoking pipes, smoking bongs, smoking this. Your body gets used to it. Then it doesn't have an effect on you anymore. Then you start craving for something stronger. Then you go to man drugs. After man drugs, you go to LSD, you go to ecstasy, you go to all the high drugs, cocaine. Then, once you've reached heroin, you've reached the top of the scale. Then there's no turning back.
And can I ask you, when you started in the very beginning, did you have a clue that your life would go the way it did, or at the time was it just harmless to you? Was it just harmless fun?
I
at the
was
time?
just taking it at a time, just enjoying my life. I'm a qualified boiler maker. I've got 2 diplomas in my welding. I never wasted my mother's money. No matter I became a terrible drug addict, no matter I became a big criminal, but still, my mother was a big motivator in my life. She was my mother, she was my father. I've got a very good relationship with her today that I've never ever had in my life before. She's my very best friend. I don't have friends. If you become a friend, I either make you become a brother of mine, but I've got a lot of acquaintances. My mother is my best friend.
Wow. No, that's absolutely amazing. And as I already said, Mr. Shaw, you are an incredible inspiration to me and to many other people. And through that, I do want to just remind anyone who's going to watch this that it always starts somewhere. It starts somewhere, and in the same way that you say it started somewhere for you, just having some fun, just enjoying at the time, and then it just kept on going and going and going. The next thing that you are at the very end of the worst possible drug that you could take. So thank you for being an example. Thank you so much for being an example, sir. Thank you so much for kicking that. And I'm going to keep on praying for you. I'm going to continue trusting God for your life to keep you, because the devil never doesn't want anyone to go free.
Inspiring message for the day. If you had to take the word Jeep and abbreviate it, what does each letter stand for? JEEP.
From talking to you, I will assume the first letter is Jesus.
Jesus eliminates every problem.
Jesus eliminates every problem. Absolutely.
And if you had to take the word Bible and abbreviate it, what does each letter stand for?
And tell me.
Basic instructions before leaving Earth.
Sir, thank you. Thank you. And like I said, Mr. Shaw, I pray that God continues to keep you, that He continues to sustain you, that He gives you the strength. Every single day that goes by is a battle.
I set myself a goal to become next year 5 years clean, and I take every day at a time. The very first thing I do in the morning when I wake up, I thank the God that I'm still alive, and I love Him with all my life.
No, thank you, sir. Thank you. And I do wish you the best. I know that you're gonna go on to 5 years, 10 years, many years. You're gonna keep on going, and it's such a privilege to have spoken to you. It is such a privilege to have spoken to you. And I'll tell you this: I do know that your story encourages someone else. That's one thing that I can guarantee you. Your story encourages someone else, and I want to thank you for sharing your story with me. I want to thank you for sharing your story, not just with me, with us, with all the people that will be watching. It makes a difference, and keep on sharing your story. Keep on encouraging the young people, especially my peers. My peers so desperately need someone who is an example, someone who lived through it, someone who's not just talking about it but has been through it, and you can tell.
Look at all the veins on my arm of spiking heroin. They've all, this they call train spotting. This is all relapsed because of heroin.
Wow.
That's something that will be living the rest of my life with me. All my veins are traumatized because of heroin abuse. I never smoked it, I never sniffed it, I was spiking heroin. Just to get over my withdrawals, up to 3 to 4 bags, just to get over without even getting high. And one bag is 50 rand, so just to think, it was 150 rand just to get over my withdrawals. And I was a homeless person. Where was I making the money to get all that to support my drug habit?
Where were you making it?
Standing at the robot, begging, robbing, stealing. And you would never see me picking up stompies, always seen me with cigarettes. Going through 3 to 4 2 liters of coke a day.
Wow. So you are not only saved and delivered from drugs, but also just that life of crime and everything that comes with it. And I think that's something very important that someone else needs to get, that it always comes with friends, right? When you get into that lifestyle, it comes with friends, it comes with crime, it comes with
all starts with a bad
dishonesty. You lie, you cheat, you steal from the people that you love, and it just gets bad and bad and bad. It doesn't come on its own. So thank you for kicking it, sir, and thank you for being an example. Thank you for being an inspiration, and I know that your story is going to continue.